Today is the day that I am getting my cardiac ablation.
It's been a while since I last posted, and one of the biggest reasons is the title of this video, but within the next couple of videos I will be explaining where I've been, what's been going on in my life. If you haven't seen my latest video, I highly encourage you to check it out after this video. And with all of that being said, let's get into today's video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today is the day that I am getting my cardiac ablation. So technically it's called an electrophysiology study, and it is 8:30 right now. My procedure is not until, well, I have to be at the hospital for 11, and then they said the procedure probably won't be until 1. So I can't eat anything today, which kind of sucks. I'm kind of getting a little bit nauseous, but I was able to have a little bit of apple juice because that is clear fluids and you can have clear fluid. In short, I have Wolff Parkinson White syndrome, which is basically an extra electrical conduction pathway that causes increased heart rate. So it causes palpitations, shortness of breath, and also pre-syncope. So I feel like I'm going to pass out a lot. My symptoms have progressively became more frequent and longer in duration, so I'm really happy that I'm able to get this done now. So 2 days ago I actually had to go and get some more blood work because last week when I went for pre-op, I went and I did blood work. I had a chest x-ray, I had an ECG, and the blood work came back and my platelets were still really low. I do have immune thrombocytopenia, or ITP, where my immune system basically attacks my platelets, and I have a very low platelet count. So I've been on this medication for almost 2 weeks now, but at that point it wasn't even a week yet, and my platelet count was too low to be able to do the procedure, so I had to go again. 2 days or 3 days ago, I went on Tuesday, today's Friday, I think that's 3 days ago, I had to go back for blood work, and my platelet count went from 48 last week to 93 this week. So that is really good. You need platelets, especially during a procedure, because platelets help with blood clotting, and I am at a higher risk of bleeding if my platelet count is too low. So that's the plan for today. I'm kind of talking a little bit fast because we do have to leave soon because we have to go all the way to Toronto, and that takes a little over an hour with traffic. So we're gonna go early and get there and do all of what I need to do before the procedure. So that's what today is looking like, and then I will be staying overnight because they just want to monitor me because I do have Myasthenia Gravis, so I am getting general anesthesia for this. So every time that I do a surgery or procedure or something like that with general anesthesia, they tend to keep me overnight to monitor me and make sure that I am strong enough on my own coming off of the general anesthesia. So that just makes me feel safer. It's usually just a day procedure, but we're just being cautious, so let's go.
Never been to California, never been to LA, so I'll stay home and write these songs, pretend I'll make it someday. My friends are getting married, they're all settling down, so I lay here, watch the ceiling fan go round and round. And it's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean. And it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. seen my twin brother. I keep missing his calls. It's funny just how easily a family can drift apart. I'm finally getting married to an angel in human form, but I still think about Nashville. We're staying here the right call, and it's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean, and it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. And it comes, but it won't last, like you're watching your life waiting for the...
So it's been a week since my ablation, so I thought I would just do a rundown of everything that happened last Friday and how I'm feeling now. Last Friday I had my ablation, so I got to the hospital, got all prepped. I was prepared by my cardiologist that because my case was a little bit more complex, meaning that the extra pathway that I had in my heart was really close to the original pathway, like the normal pathway, it was going to be a harder procedure to complete. And if there was any risk of cauterizing both pathways, then he wasn't going to go through with the ablation, but he said that he would try his best. And I went in, I got a bunch of stickers put on me because they were going to do what's called an electrophysiology study. So they basically 3D map your heart from the outside using all of these leads, and they go on your front and on your back, and they put a catheter through the femoral vein up into your heart and send an electrical impulse to see where the extra pathway is, and that's how they map it essentially. And I was put under general anesthesia for this, and then they go in and cauterize the extra pathway, so they basically burn it, cut it off. So my cardiologist told my mom after the procedure that he was very happy with the results, and he was able to cauterize 90% of the pathway, which he was happy with, and he said that that would cure my symptoms. And then when I spoke to the fellow, he said that there's only a 5% chance that the pathway will regrow, so those are pretty good odds. So I am really relieved that they were able to do it, because when he came in before the procedure, he is so nice and he explains things super well, but I was feeling really defeated after the fact, and I didn't know what was going to happen if I didn't actually have the procedure and they weren't able to go ahead and complete it. I am just really grateful to my team for being able to complete that. Then I had to lay flat for 4 hours, and my mom ended up going to get me something to eat and spoon fed me because I couldn't sit up. So thank you to my mom. And then I had to stay overnight just because of my already pre-existing condition. I stayed on the cardiac unit, and the nurses were so nice, and I got to go home around noon the next day, so it was a short stay, which I'm grateful for, and I was able to go home, and I've been resting this whole week. I'm starting to get some palpitations, and I'm thinking that that's normal. I haven't really gotten a concrete answer yet. I tried calling the cardiac nurses, but I wasn't really able to get a concrete answer, so I'm hoping that once my cardiologist is back and I talk to him, that he'll just give me the ease of knowing that that's probably normal. I'm hoping it's not going to be a frequent thing, and I'm looking at things that I've been consuming. I've had, like, I'm very sensitive to caffeine anyways, but I just noticed that there's a drink that I've been having that has had a little bit of caffeine, so I'm going to cut that out for a few days to see if that was causing any symptoms. But other than that, I'm just taking it easy and just trying to heal. I want to get back into exercise, so I think tomorrow I am going to go for a walk and start out slow. I wasn't allowed to do any exercise for the first couple of days, and then I've just been super tired, and then I haven't been able to go up and down the stairs. Like they said, I could go up and down a few steps, like if I had to go to my bedroom or if I had to get in the house, but to avoid as many stairs as possible. So now that it's been a week, you can go back to your normal activity, but I'm going to take it really slow because I have been off of my routine for a very long time because of all of these symptoms that have been happening. So I'm hoping for the best and that in a couple of weeks I will be as good as new. And I have the goal of getting back to the gym, and I know it's going to take a process. I'm first going to start with walking and build my way back up, but I'm really hoping that I can get back to where I was at. I also got a haircut yesterday, so I feel fresher. I decided to keep the length because I just wanted to see in the summer how I like having long hair. I haven't had long hair in ages, so it's just been kind of nice. So thank you so much for coming along with me, and if you have any questions about this procedure or anything like that, leave them in the comments down below. If there's anything that you'd like to see from me, please let me know. I do plan on filming my getting back into my health journey, and I feel like that's always like a evolving process and a continued journey. So I'm going to get back into that slow and steady, and things are going to be looking up. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.